Welcome back everyone. In this lecture I want to talk about the end value analysis in the MS project, following the previous video that we saw the theory and what it means, the end value analysis. So if you remember from the previous video, we updated the status of the project on the end of September, but right now we're gonna assume a new case which the status date is a year from the start of the project, which is on 15th of April 2022. So we imagine the project started in 15th of April 2021, and now right now is a year from the project, 15th of April 2022. And what I did, I updated all the tasks. I put the percentage completed for each task, and also I updated how many work hours, or for example actual work hours, were done for each task. So if you recall from the previous lectures, the baseline, we had for example planned work hours for each of these tasks based on the number of the resources and the time they work to each resource, to each task, for each task, and then we had the estimated work hour for the baseline. But what will happen in reality, because when you get into the project, there might be a possibility that the actual work is more or less than what you plan, and you finish your project in an earlier date, for example your task in an earlier than that anticipated, or you may finish it later. So if you, let's say for example, you start the actual date of one task exactly at the same actual start that was planned, and then you finish it on the same time that it was planned, so it means that the duration remains the same and the actual work that you have done is the same. But what I did here in this project for you to visualize is to kind of simulate the example that we saw in the previous video. So not all the tasks that we see here, they are exactly done the same as the base plan. So until the end of September, all the tasks are done according to the same plan, and you saw how we updated the plan and the status of the project by going to the update project and just putting it as the plan. So basically all these tasks were completed 100%, and then the amount of work, the actual work, was equal to the baseline work. But from September to the March 2022, what I did, I changed some of these dates, and I assumed that, for example, some of these tasks did not start according to the plan, and the duration of some of these tasks was different than the plan one, and accordingly the actual cost went up, and also the schedule variance and also the cost variance is changed. So if you take a look at this table and also see these parameters to the right, the BCWP and ACWP and BCWS, you will understand that what are the difference. So you can compare the BCWS with the BCWP and also the ACWP, and you see that the actual cost is different for some of these tasks. And for example, right now we are updating this task. As you see here, we are in the install and decking. We started this task, we haven't finished. We have almost finished all the other tasks here in the percent complete. You see they are all done, but this task is 76% done, and here I assume that 250 hours of work is done and 80 hours is remaining. So you see that the BCWP and also the ACWP and then the BCWS for this task. So I'm gonna show you the end S curve or the end value curve here in the report, so you are able to visualize it better and kind of simulate and compare it with the result that we saw in the previous video. So as you see here, the tasks, some of them are completed according to the baseline until the end of September, but from end of September, due to some delay, some of these tasks were delayed. These tasks was kind of done in parallel and also was delayed, and so on. And right now we are at this status state that you see here on this progress line. So this task is about 76%, but it is way farther from the planned start date, and there is a delay here. So if I want to see the S curve, right now I go to the report, tab and click on the cost, as you see here. And so to the cost, if I click here and if I zoom, I go to the end value report and I click here. So a new window open, and it shows the S curve that has three parameters shown here. One of them is the baseline or the plan value, or is the budgeted cost of work schedule. Then we have the budgeted cost of work plan and the actual work plan. So you see, until the end of September 2021, all these parameters, they fall on each other and there is no deviation. So it means that the actual cost equals to the plan and equals to the end value. But after September, you see that there is a deviation, and the actual cost of doing the activities, completing the task, is higher than the planned cost. And the end value, which is this orange one, is lower than the planned cost. And if you kind of assimilate with this example that we saw together, as you recall, so it's similar to this one. The actual cost is higher than the planned cost, which is with a blue line, and the earned value is lower than the planned cost. So which means that right now this project is over budget and behind the schedule. We're gonna see how it is possible to understand that. So here we have the actual cost of the project until now, which is $266,000 and $107.90, and then we have the budgeted cost of work performed, or the earned value. And as you see here, the earned value is lower than the planned value. And there is one parameter based on the formula that I provided to you in the previous video, and also I put the resources in the previous video so you can download and use it for here. The estimated completion of this project is $565,000, which is higher than our anticipated budget for this project. Let's take a look and see how different it is from the baseline budget. And as you see here, I have the baseline budget here, the baseline cost, and the project was planned for $417,000. But right now, if I go to the earned value report, I see that if I continue with the same behavior, with the same trend, with the same speed, the estimated completion is this price, and we need extra budget in order to be able to complete the project. Let's take a look here as well on some other graph that is present here. So we have the variance over time. So two parameters here, CV and SV, as you see here, cost variance and schedule variance. And as you recall, I told you that if they are negative, it means the project is over budget and behind the schedule. So right now we see that the cost variance is way negative, which means the project is over budget and we are not doing good. And then it is the SV, which is also shown by a dollar amount. It shows that the project is behind the schedule. And if I go to the indices, SPI and CPI, which are values between 0 to 1, because they are ratio, we see that both are under 1. If they are above 1, which means the project is doing well. So as you go down lower than 1, it means that the project is over budget and behind the schedule. But if you go above 1, for example, if it is 1.2 or 1.3, it means that you are doing 20, or you are saving 20% of cost compared to the plan, or you are working faster about 20%. If, for example, SPI is 1.2, which means is 20% faster. Or if you are talking about CPI, if it is 1.2, the CPI means that the cost that you are saving is 20%. so that also shows that you are under budget about 20%. So these are the two estimate that you see here, and because we are right now at the status date of March 15, 2022, which is here, then we have some values, but other than that you see that the values are zero and is not calculated yet, the same as here. So just like Excel file, just for you have a field list here. If you click on the graph, you can modify or just format, change the format, show other parameter on this graph, or make this graph bigger. It's up to you if you want to present it, or you have any template that you can use. So it's so many, for example, parameter that you can change, or you want to show, for example, the BCWS also here. It is possible to do so. I don't go into detail. I assume that you know the Excel, and it is easy for you to add one parameter here to each of these graph, or for example remove one or add other thing. So this is all that you need to know for the end value analysis, so you are able to kind of understand how how you are doing in the project based on the historical performance, and what would be the estimated budget of the project at the end. And then you can reform, adjust your behavior in order to meet the project within a schedule and within budget. You are doing an excellent job. If you have any question, you can either ask me, or you can watch these two videos together to better understand what it means. So I try to make it comparable what I presented in the previous video inside the PowerPoint with this one in the software, so you understand and kind of assimilate the two together. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save this project and put it in the resources, so you can take a look and follow exactly as I showed here in this video. Great, I'll see you in the next video, and we're gonna see how you are able to just check the status of the project and see the schedule and the cost, for example, deviation.